So we live in a world where like information is at our fingertips. There's things like Siri that you just push the button and you talk to it and you get that information in a couple of seconds. People they forget how to get directions without using Google Maps. They don't know how to read a map. And we also live in a world of efficiency. Like a 60-mile-per-gallon Prius, it's pretty good with its averages and whatnot. And people, they don't want bad things. They don't want something like the Chevy or the Nissan Leaf. It gets its 35 miles per gallon and it's all electric, but it doesn't look good. It's small and it doesn't have that really good kind of. It's not streamlined as well. And also in our food supply, it's not streamlined. It's kind of a bad industry. And a big part of this industry is kind of the meat packing industry and all that stuff. And it's a waste of potential. Why is it a waste of potential? Because it's not efficient in what it does. It's a waste of space, and it's pretty much a waste of potential. And when you're raising these animals and whatnot, they need resources and for growth. It takes one season to grow kind of a bushel of corn, but it takes 2 years to raise a cow. That's a pretty big difference. And also water. 1 pound of wheat when it's harvested needs only 25 gallons. A pound of beef, on the other hand, needs 2,500 gallons. That's a lot of water. You could make 100 pounds of wheat with that much water. It's kind of a waste. In 1 acre of land, you can get 50,000 pounds of tomatoes, a bunch of potatoes, a bunch of carrots. You can only get 250 pounds of beef. That is a huge difference. We don't need this. The corn and the wheat and stuff that we grow in America, about around 72% of it is given directly to kind of the people that are raising these cattle and whatnot. Now, in 2010, there was around 380 million tons of wheat and grain produced in America. Now, 72% of that is around 275 tons, give or take. If we took those grains and away from that and kind of gave them to Africa and whatnot, that's a lot of food that we could be giving them and kind of getting rid of malnutrition and whatnot. And also in the meat, they inject the animals with growth hormones, steroids. There's also the bacteria that come on and the carcinogens. And also in the environment, cows, they release gas and the manure. And it turns out that there's a small pig farm in Ohio. It actually releases more CO2 than the entire city of Los Angeles. It's a lot, one farm compared to a city. And it's also bad for your health. Meat is essentially fat. There's so much cholesterol in that. On average, a person that eats meat compared to a vegetarian is 30 times heavier. They also have a much larger rate of, much higher percentage of having cardiovascular disease. Meat also contains a bunch of calories, and vegetarians live longer. Why? Because they don't have all this fat and calories that's kind of weighing them down. And they have more opportunity. Their palate is more diverse. They're not, eating the same thing day in and day out. They have more variety. And from all of this, you can see it's a waste. And for us as Swaminarayans and Hindus, it kind of clashes with our idea of reincarnation. Because in reincarnation, you come back as kind of a different life form. But if you eat meat, you're essentially eating another kind of soul, and that's just morally not right. So, in everything, all the facts that I've stated, it's kind of clear to see that meat is a waste of potential. It'd be much better if everyone was a vegetarian, because they'd live longer, be healthier. We also wouldn't need as many resources. One of these resources being money. It's a lot cheaper to be a vegetarian, even though that meat farms kind of get subsidies and whatnot. It's much cheaper and it's much better in the end. It all comes down to efficiency. It's more efficient to be vegetarian. Why? Because less resources, less money, less everything. You're kind of, it's just better, much better. Just wrong.